why to train after a certain period of your life. That's going to be the topic for today. Hi, my name is Boris Kish and welcome to my channel. So, usually people were asking me in my career, in my private life, also when I was working full-time job, why do I still train? Why didn't I got, how can I say, why am I not past that point anymore? I mean, like they were asking me as this is something that only hot-headed teenagers are supposed to do. Like why do we train after 20, 30, 40 years, even 50, 60, 70, 80? What's the point of all of this? Is there money coming from any of this? And that's what I would like to talk to you today and to give you my personal subjective opinion about all of this. So first of all, yes, when I was younger, when I was in my 20s, I was ego-driven and I liked that kind of look, but I was also doing it for the girls. I thought that I will impress the girls that way, or that the other guys will be also kind of impressed when they see me, because I was a very skinny guy in school and I was very physically weak. But during the time when I started competing, when I was in those bodybuilding circles with my friends and colleagues who were also doing this sport, this kind of ego trip went away from me, and I definitely started doing that only because of me. Again, I'm not trying to put myself in the first lines here. I'm just trying to tell you from my personal experience how I see it, and hopefully this advice will help you. That's the point of this video and from every video that I'm making and trying to share with you. So first of all, I do this even now with 40, almost with the same intensity and capacity as when I was 17, because I love it. I really love it. What does that mean? The feeling that I get when I go to the gym, first of all, when I go to the gym, let's say that I'm not in such a great mood, that I feel like shit. When I go to the gym, first of all, I get a pump. Arnold Schwarzenegger was explaining that in Pumping Iron, the movie. It's like coming 24/7. This is an amazing feeling. I sweat in the gym. I flush my toxins out. I drink at least 2 liters of liquid in the gym. I urinate that afterward. Again, the body gets cleaner. I get tired in the gym. I sleep better. I'm much calmer after that. And I'm increasing my natural dopamine and serotonin levels up, the happy hormones. And therefore, that feeling nothing else can replace. Once, not only once, I'm not honest with you, many times in my life, as I mentioned before, people ask me, is there some kind of profit from all of this? I mean, yes, there is a financial profit, but that's not for this topic. The point that I would like to share, and the guy usually who asked me that was, had an anti-sport-like physique. He had a big stomach. He had a hump on his back. Didn't look like he has the capacity to understand that, and neither did he had capacity to understand, and I didn't wanted to go that low, to put him down and to lift myself up that way and to explain to him what I really meant. But the thoughts that were in my head that I'm going to share with you openly are, the feeling that you get from working out is like if you went from a moped into a Ferrari. So this feeling you cannot buy with all the money in the world. I mean, you have a lot of successful rich people these days who have to buy some recreational synthetic dopamine boosters. You know what I'm talking about, because they feel empty and lonely and they're unhappy. That doesn't mean that every rich and successful person who is doing that. So I don't want to say that, but you know, those people would give everything in the world just to have the feelings that we are able to achieve naturally. I also want to say, in my case, if I was also in the desert island like Robinson Crusoe, hopefully this never happens, and I would still work out, even if there is nobody else on that island for the rest of my life. If I had weights made of rocks and stones and tree logs, I would still work out. So if you have this inside of you, then it's going to be extremely pleasurable for the rest of your life. And to give another comparison, for example, I personally never liked soccer. We call soccer in my country football, but football is something else. So I never liked soccer. So this is nothing against soccer. I have full respect for the players there. But for me, that, again, my subjective opinion, that's not supposed to be the universal opinion, is that it's, for me, to watch that and to train that and to play that, it's extremely boring and it doesn't give me any kind of kick or drive or motivation. So if somebody would be forcing me to train soccer every day, I would probably kill him, you know. Of course not, but this is the feeling that I would have. And as for going to the gym, as I mentioned, this is something that I love. This is something that I love, and this is something that I will do for the rest of my life just because I love it. That's the key to any kind of success and progress if you're going to the gym. And the conclusion to all of this is, I mean, if you have another motivational goals, and I'm not saying that you have, but if there is out there anyone who doesn't like going to the gym, who is doing this because of some other, how can I say, reasons, then don't go to the gym, do something else. I'm pretty sure that everybody has their hidden talents for something. If you go to the gym as you would go to a job that you hate, then you're doing it wrong. Don't do it. I mean, I can understand if somebody had some kind of sickness, physical or disease, and his physiotherapist told him that he has to go to the gym and he doesn't like that, but he has to do it. That I kind of understand, but even then, as somebody who is not a doctor and professional in that area, I would suggest that he goes and do swimming or something like that. So if you like this, I'm pretty sure that you will be able to achieve all your goals, both when it comes to look, when it comes to stamina, when it comes to physical performance, but always remember why you go to the gym in the first place, and that's because you love it. So if you like this video, write me in the comment section what you think about that. Please like and subscribe. Until next time, bye.